What is one thing that most people do not have in their fire making kits? Today I'm going to show you how to make one of the coolest fire starting materials out there. And you're probably wearing it right now. Why do I have that Altoids tin in the fire? Well, because I'm making charcloth, and you need to make some too. I'm going to show you how. What we need is some old blue jeans maybe, right? I got some old blue jeans right here that are ripped and torn, right? So just make you some squares. Well, look at there, I got a bunch of squares. All you need, guys, is an old Altoids tin, okay? Get you an Altoids tin or any other kind of tin, right? The round ones, doesn't matter, whatever you want to use. Take one of your awls, poke you a hole in the top of the tin, just one hole. Open your tin up, take your pieces of denim, put them in the tin. I don't know, I think I put 4 in there. So you put them in the tin, be sure they're in there good, close the tin. So now we've got our cotton, our denim, our t-shirt, whatever it is we cut up in the tin. Now we're gonna put it in the fire. So there's our fire that we just made. We're gonna place our tin with the denim in it in the fire, on the coals, right there. At some point in time, I'm gonna start seeing smoke come up out of that little hole right there. I'll try to get you guys a better shot of that. So there's our tin right there, kind of on the coals in the base of the fire. And what's happening is it's getting hot, right? You might see a flame shooting up out of the hole like you see right there. That's the gases. So by it being in the tin like it is, what's happening is we've got low oxygen. So when you have a low oxygen situation with heat, you get charring. You know, it's just like how charcoal is made, okay? They burn and heat wood with low oxygen, and instead of it burning, it turns to char and makes charcoal. So basically we are charring that cotton inside that tin right there. So I'm gonna let it run. I don't know, it varies. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's 10 minutes. But we gonna let the thing do the thing, and then we'll move on to the next step. Yo.
Oh, that's hot. That son of a gun's hot, yeah.
I'm making charcloth, y'all. We're gonna show you how to do it so you can make a fire. All right, so quick little update. So I still got my tin in there. It's almost quit smoking, I think. I've added some more pine straw to it, a few little sticks just to be sure we're good to go. But really, like even just sitting it on coals, like if you got a good bed of coals, you can just sit it on coals. It don't have to be like in the fire. And in some instances, it may be a little better if you don't put it in the fire because it's a little bit slower of a process. The slower that you can char this stuff is typically the best. Right there's my tin. And we're gonna pull that joker out here in another minute or so and take a gander after it cools off. But seriously guys, charcloth is an excellent thing to keep in your fire kits, not just for flint and steel, but anytime you're dealing with sparks, all right, because it'll catch the spark and it'll immediately turn into an ember. It goes pretty quick, so having a really good amount of it is wise, okay? Obviously you want to keep it dry, you know, keep it in a Ziploc bag or keep it in the tin with your flint and steels. But seriously guys, you guys need to make this stuff. So if you got old blue jeans, if you got old jean jacket, anything like that, you can get a big old tin cook pot and just fill that joker full. Just make sure there's a hole for the vapor to come out and make you a bunch of charcloth. And let's just say in a survival situation, right? Always keep your tin with you, right? Let it be your fire kit. Let it have your flint and steel in there. Let it have your charcloth in there. When you run out of charcloth, you know, and you have to cut a pocket off the back of your pants or whatever, do that. Use the tin, make more charcloth, because you don't know if you're going to need it again, right? I think we're done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this tin over here out of the way, over here, and just let it cool off. Let it cool off where we can open it, and then we'll take a look at it and see if it's done. What else is cool about this method is you can do the same thing with like punk wood, like punky wood. Obviously you probably want a bigger container. Let's say you got like a larger tin container, you could put some punky wood down in there and do the same thing and make charcoal-ish to help you start fires. Now you know. All right, so let's see here. Another cool thing about tin, Altoids tin, they actually cool fairly quickly. So let's open it up, see what we got. Boom, look at there, charcloth. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of charcloth right there. And it's as simple as that, folks. So now we've got new charcloth ready to go for our next use. So I showed you how to start the fire with charcloth, and then how to use the fire that you started with charcloth to make more charcloth. That's recycling at its best right there, yeah? Charcloth. You know how to make it. You know how to use it. Now go out and practice it. You might need it one day. Love you, mean it. Bye.